Today we are going to build a GT gravel bike. David is going to show you how to assemble your bike. Let's get riding. The tools you will need are scissors, metric Allen wrench set, a T25 wrench or driver, and a torque wrench. This video applies to all GT grade models. I figured you've already cracked the box, so let's dig in. Carefully remove the whole bike from the box and set it on top, wheel side up. Before we move on, find and remove the small parts box. Inside the box you'll find small parts for assembly and your owner's manual. Snip off the straps holding the seat and the seat post before doing the same for the front wheel. Set the front wheel aside for now. Carefully remove the rest of the packaging attached to the bicycle. After removing the remaining packaging, we'll now set the bicycle down inside the box before hanging out the front. Make sure your handlebars are in front of your bike's fork. We'll start by using an Allen wrench to remove the bolts from the faceplate of the stem. Set them aside so you don't lose anything. Ensure that the brake housing and shifter cables wrap around the frame in the correct manner. You don't want any twisted cables. Place the bars into the stem and put the faceplate back on. Thread the 4 bolts in finger tight so you can adjust the handlebars. Center the handlebars using the markings on the bar, then tighten down the bolts in an X pattern. Ensure the gap between the faceplate and the stem is equal all around. Use the torque wrench to ensure proper torque spec. We'll revisit the cockpit setup in another section of the video, so don't worry about getting it dialed in quite yet. It's time to wrap your handlebars. Start by folding the brake lever hoods back. Now grab your bar wrap. Start at the bottom of the bars, leaving an overlap about 1/3 of the width of the wrap. Do one full wrap to cover the bar end before continuing diagonally up the curve of the bars. Lightly tension the wrap as you wrap the bar. Do your best to stay consistent with the 1/3 overlap while advancing up the bars. When you reach the brake lever, pull the tape above the assembly around the outside of the bars. Leave a slight overlap on the assembly to ensure a smooth transition. After 1/2 wrap above the lever assembly, bring the wrap back to the bottom of the lever for the second half. Now you can pull the tape above the assembly to continue with the 1/3 width overlap. When you arrive at the end of the wrap, cut perpendicular to the bar while you pull the wrap toward the center of the bike. Use the included tape to finish off the bar wrap. And don't forget to put your bar ends in before moving on. Repeat the process for the other side. Now it's time to install the front wheel. Remove any remaining packaging from the fork. Be sure to align your brake rotor with the caliper as you insert the front wheel. Now you can insert your through axle and tighten it down to the listed torque spec. Now it's time to install the seat post. With your seat post clamp loosened, insert your seat post to the minimum insertion mark. We'll come back to set the seat height later. Just get it tight for now. Take the bike out of the box once you're finished. While standing over your bike, twist the handlebars to align them with the front wheel. Tighten the stem bolts to the listed torque spec. Pedals may or may not be included in your bike's build. Your pedals should be labeled left and right, or you can use the thread direction to determine the correct side. Both pedals should turn towards the front wheel when you thread them in. Use a pedal wrench or an Allen wrench in the back of the spindle to tighten down your pedals. Now it's time to inflate your tires. You'll need a pump with a Presta valve fitting. Pump your tires up to the manufacturer's specifications listed aside. Next, we'll align your brakes. Loosen the 2 caliper mounting bolts on your front brake caliper. Pull your front brake and tighten down the caliper bolts while still holding the brake. Repeat the process for your rear caliper as well. The last step before riding is to set your seat height. Loosen your seat collar and adjust your seat to just above your pelvic bone. Now just tighten the seat collar to torque spec and you're ready to ride.